Josh Wright cannot wait to be reunited with Chris Powell at Roots Hall. Wright came through the youth ranks at Charlton Athletic when Powell was a key figure in the first team at the Valley, and the Shrimpers midfielder is excited to be linking up with the former left-back once again. "When I was at Charlton, Chris was a huge figure on and off the pitch, and the club have done very well to bring him in," said Wright. "It's a great appointment and I'm looking forward to working with him. I was with Charlton from the age of about 11 and from 15 onwards I used to train with the first team. Chris would always keep an eye out for me. He was full of encouragement and offered me plenty of help, so I've never forgotten what he did for me." Powell watched the Shrimpers train this morning, and Wright believes the former England international will have a positive effect on the team. "Chris is a bubbly fella who always has a smile on his face, and I'm sure that will be reflected in his training and coaching," said Wright. "He was watching training today and you could hear it was more vocal than normal, and everyone had been given a lift. That's also down to the work Kev, Mar, and Ricky Duncan have done, but there's definitely a buzz around the place and that's what we need. It's really good news, and he's a legend here too, so I'm sure everyone has been given a lift." Quote, Wright is currently sidelined with a hamstring injury he sustained against Shrewsbury Town at the end of December, but the 28-year-old has set his sights on returning against Peterborough United next weekend. "I'm getting there. I'm feeling really good and I'd like to think I would be available for the Peterborough game," said Wright. Benji Clarkson, Blues physiotherapist, has been brilliant and I'm ahead of schedule with my return because of him. Whether or not he will allow me to return to full training on Monday I'm not sure, because I understand he has to be cautious and that he knows best what needs to be done. But I would certainly like to think he'll be ready for the Peterborough game, and that would be a big boost because we initially feared I was going to be out for much longer than this." Wright tore his hamstring during the 2-1 defeat against the Shrews, but also damaged tendons, which led to fears the midfielder may be out for much longer. "My hamstring feels brand new after the work we've done on it, but it's the tendons which took longer to heal, and that's why we thought I might be out longer than this," said Wright. "It's actually the first time I've ever torn a muscle in my career, so this has all been brand new for me. When it first happened it meant I wasn't too sure what had happened or how bad it was. I first felt it in the Charlton game, but I passed the fitness test before the Shrewsbury match and was fine to play. However, the hamstring ended up being torn somewhere else because it was compensating for the problem elsewhere. As a result, Wright has missed the Shrimpers' last 3 games, which all ended in defeat to signal the end of Phil Brown's spell in charge. And Wright remains saddened by Brown's departure. "Phil worked very hard to bring me here and I have a hell of a lot of respect for him," said Wright. "I've worked with some top managers who are now in the Premier League and I would put Phil right up there with them. He was great on the training ground and had a lot of qualities. Sometimes things just don't work out and I really feel for him, but we have to pull together now because we have a lot of quality here and should be doing better."